Hi everyone, I'm Madison. Thank you for clicking on my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going through the rest of my TBR for 2024. So, my reading goal this year is to read 55 books, and I have kept up with that goal for the most part, so I have 25 books on my TBR that I would need to finish by the end of the year. So I have 25 books for the rest of my 2024 TBR. Starting off with romance, I have a few books that are not in my physical TBR. I have a few that I want to pick up, so I'm going to start off with those. And the first one being The Ex-Hex. I want to read that this year. I've seen Katie's reading say how much she loves that one, so I think this is the year. The fall vibes are going to be good. I'm not in school this year, so I'm going to commit to actually getting to read a lot of fall books. The other book that I have hasn't come out yet, and that is Lost and Lassoed by lassoed. Of course, I want to read that one. I've been ranting about it in like every single video. I'm so excited. The next book that I have is This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. I need to read at least one of the summery new releases from this year, and I really want to pick this one up. I'm very excited for it. Another book that I want to read this year is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I think if not soon, I'm gonna pick this up soon. I'm very excited for this. I wasn't initially going to ever read this, but I've seen enough people giving it like 4 or 5 star ratings. I'm interested now. The book that I have is Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. This book is the second in the Ruinous Love trilogy. I read Butcher and Blackbird earlier this year, loved it. I think I gave it 4 stars. I'm very excited for Lachlan and Lark, so I'm going to be reading that one soon. Next one that I have is A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. I read The 7-Year Slip earlier this year, and this is her new release. I'm very excited for it. I actually plan on starting that today, so very excited. My suit, I want to read The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston this year. I think I'm more excited for this one than I am for A Novel Love Story, but I plan on reading both, so. And then to finish up the Chestnut Springs series, I just need to read Reckless and Hopeless. I'm very excited for both of these. Personally, I'm really excited for Beau's story, but intrigued by Winter's story because of how much I dislike her character right now. She's grown on me. The romances that I have, this one is a part of a series that is very well loved and also very well hated. Either you love it or you hate it. That is Magnolia Parks. I'm hoping that my friend Kenzie and I can buddy read this soon because I'm just interested, and I feel like the fall time is perfect to start this. So also these covers, I love these ones. I do like the Heels covers as well, but these, if I like this series, I'm going to be picking up the rest of these, just saying. The last one that I have is Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. I have not read this book yet. All my friends have read it. It's deterred me because I've heard how spicy it is, and I'm not the biggest spice person. Like, I enjoy it, but it's not like everything to me, you know? And in just like a fluffy little romance, or what is supposed to be a fluffy little romance, I'm like, I don't know, but I think this year I'm gonna definitely pick it up, probably in the winter, hence the ice skating, just for the vibes. The next genre that I have is fantasy/fiction. I have like one horror, and yeah, so I want to start off with the few books that I have on my list that I don't own yet. The first one being When the Moon Hatched. That is a tome. That is a very large book, but I'm very interested in picking it up. I've seen a couple people reading it, Madison Kate being one of them, and she kind of explained the world, and it sounds so interesting, so I think it's time. And it's on Kindle Unlimited, technically, so I can read that whenever. The other book that I have is Throne of Secrets. That is the second book in the Princess of Sin series. That is a spin-off from Kingdom of the Wicked. If you don't know, I am deeply obsessed with this world, and I am so excited for every Prince of Sin's book. And this one is going to be Greed, I'm pretty sure, so I'm very excited. That will be picked up immediately. The random horror book that I have is Skeleton Crew by Stephen King. This is a bind up of 12 short stories by Stephen King. I'm thinking I'll probably pick it up and I'll either listen to it like in between books when I need something different or when I'm going to bed. I know that sounds weird. Horror doesn't really bother me enough to like not be able to sleep at night, and they're short stories, so I'll slowly just get through this book. A couple of standalones that I have, the first one being One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. I read Masters of Death earlier this year by her, and I enjoyed it. She has a very descriptive, intelligent way of writing, and I enjoy it, and this is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet. And I've seen a lot of people hype it up, enjoy it. Sarah Crowley really liked it, I believe. Destiny, I think she liked it too, so I'm excited. The other standalone that I have is Seven Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb. I was in Barnes with my friend, and we both read the summary of it, and we both picked it up because it just sounded really interesting. And it kind of fits the same vibes, the same world as Kingdom of the Wicked. Not same world, same vibes as Kingdom of the Wicked, where it's like gothic, there's kind of, it's old-timey, historical gothic, yeah. It just sounds good, and that's all I got to say. The next one that I have is an entire series, and that is the Caraval trilogy. I read the Once Upon a Broken Heart series first, because actually I tried to pick up Caraval. I read 40 or 50 pages of it, and then put it down just because I wasn't enjoying it. And then I picked this up, loved it, and now I really want to get into the rest of the world. So this year I really would like to finish up and read Caraval, Legendary, and Finale. And also the covers on these are just so pretty, and if I enjoy these, then I could also get the UK versions, because I have the UK versions of Once Upon a Broken Heart and The Ballad of Never After. I need to order A Curse for True Love because it's now out in paperback. I'm very excited. But yeah, Legendary is my favorite. Look at how pretty that is. I love this world. I want to get back into it this year. The last 4 books that I have better not come to anybody's surprise if you've seen any of my other videos, but it's the rest of the Throne of Glass series. As I said, I read the first 4 books earlier this year, and Airfire put me in a reading slump. Not because it was a bad book. I think I rated it 4 stars, and I heavily annotated that book. It's a lot of information, and and that book isn't the best book out of this series. It wasn't my favorite. It was like, the first 200 pages felt like just nothing. It was very boring, and then it started to pick up. I needed a break, obviously. So the plan is to hopefully pick up Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, and of course Kingdom of Ash this fall. Fingers crossed, but by the end of this year I'd like to finish reading those because I want to get to Crescent City next year in preparation for the next book in the ACOTAR series. I'd also like to reread ACOTAR next year. Or this year. But that's very ambitious. And these are the thickest books out of this series, so that's a lot of pages. I don't know what I'm going to get to. That is the end of this video. That is all 25 books that I have on my rest of 2024 TBR. I don't know if I'm going to follow this. I have a habit of reading books that aren't even on my shelves, so who knows what I'll get up to in the reading. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.